Okay, so this video is going to be about
Us as a couple.
so you can know a little bit more about us and our relationship and how we just get through the rough and the betters. So it's just going to be about everything. We got our hand-in notebook with all the questions. And yeah.
Because we got to stay on track here. If we don't stay on track,
We'll go.
yeah, both of our minds together, they are like literally like intertwined. I don't know how it works, but we just come together and just think of the same thing, and then it just turns into like a flower.
First question. How we met and when we met.
Ooh, that's a good one.
How we met.
How we met? Well, I was sitting in her living room, downstairs, just, cuddling with myself with a blanket on me and watching Netflix and enjoying myself. And then her and her friend walk in, and she literally like looks at me and goes, "What'd you say? Who the hell is this?"
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
I thought I was whispering.
She
to
thought
my
she was
friend.
whispering, but it was loud enough that I heard it. And
I
was
didn't
like,
know about
"Oh,
this.
whoa."
I didn't know about this. Like, I didn't know he heard and literally maybe until like June, like
Yeah,
May,
something
June.
like that. Something
So
like
like
that.
we were like 5 or like 4 months into our relationship before I like knew that he heard. I was like, oh.
And I imagine you didn't want to bring it up because you didn't want me to know about that, right? Yeah. Yeah. But I knew all
Guys,
along.
I cut my hair. Sorry.
Yeah, see, there's the off track again. Like it just
Oh, it looks so short. It's really down to like here.
goes everywhere.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
Her hair looks really nice though. But yeah, so that's how we met, and yeah,
Nothing special.
nothing special.
My
But
brother's friend.
yeah,
Plug. Fishing.
plug it in. All right, next question.
So.
Oh yeah, when we met. When we met.
December 11th.
Yep.
Yep, I found him in the basement December 11th.
It
Found
was-
his cute little face. It's like any little, like, side
She
note.
thought I had red hair the whole
Yeah.
time. The whole time she thought I had red hair.
Until,
I
like,
clearly
maybe,
have like dirty blonde hair. Like,
okay, it has, like, a reddish undertone. Like, it's wet right now, so it even looks brown.
I got dirty blonde hair, people. It's not red. Like,
I don't know. It
although
just looks
in
like
her
white.
in her
I don't know.
defense, like I would always wear like my hood up.
And
or,
hats.
like, a
So, like, it
hat,
was a
like-
hat and hood sometimes, so, like, even got me more confused.
I mean,
It was also-
winter.
It was
Gotta keep my
winter.
head warm. Like,
So, either way. I thought his hair was, like, red for, like, the first, like, 3 weeks of knowing him. Because I never really saw him other than, like, when I talked to Shane. And I also didn't know he had long hair until he had his hair down, too.
yeah.
I was like, oh, boy.
No, I never really used to, like, back then I never really wore my hair in a man bun. And then I threw it up one day, and
Guys,
Shane was like,
I
that
had
looks good.
I
So I
had my
was like,
coffee.
yeah. People started telling me I rocked the man bun, so I was like, fuck it.
Wait, you
let's
never
go
really
with
had
it.
your hair down until...
I never really had my hair down, except for sometimes, like, if I was working out, I'd put it up, or I'd just
So you
wear a
always wore it
hat
down?
backwards. Yeah, I typically always wore it down.
Why do you never wear it down now?
Well, because now I'm used to the man bun. I rock the man bun, like, it's my look. Like,
You do, but I love it. Like, literally, people have, like, been asking me, like, to, like, have your hair down.
You guys want to see my hair down? If you want to see my hair down, let us know, and next video, I'll let my hair down.
Yeah, I've been trying to have him, like, if you see, like, in some of my, Instagram photos and stuff, like, he'll have, either, like, a hat on, not so much a hat on, but, like, this was, like, before, like, maybe, like 4 months ago or something like that. He would, like, always have it, like, half up, half down, like, kind of like mine, but obviously, like, lower and that type of bun, not, like, a ballerina bun. And I loved it. Now he never does it. The last time he did it was on our 6th month, and that was almost 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
Either way. How,
but
now...
let us know if you want to see my hair down. I'll put my hair down for you guys. You guys get the exclusive of the hair
But not
down.
for me.
All right, but we'll start doing it more for you. All right.
Thank you.
It's
Either
it's
way.
like down to here. It's long.
Either way.
All right. See, we got off topic.
So, now saying about how long we've been together. We've known each other for 9 months, but we've been together 8 months next Wednesday.
Yeah, 8 months this Wednesday. So,
Okay,
let's
let's
go. Yeah, that's my baby.
So yeah,
All right, next question. Pros and cons about our relationship.
I'm excited for this. You can go first.
I was gonna say you go first. All right, this one's kind of a pro and a con at the same time. Mostly a pro, sometimes a con. I'll put it that way. We literally think the same thing like almost all the time. So it's like just then, like I wanted her to go first, but she wanted me to go first.
Yeah.
So it's like I was thinking about saying that, but she said it first, so therefore I gotta go first because first come first serve. But like we literally
is a
say
problem.
the same things
Yeah.
sometimes and just like think the same thing. So it's kind of
It
like-
definitely is like more of a pro, but I see where you're coming from. Like sometimes it does like not get in the way of a relationship, but it definitely is like
like we want that variety, and
Yeah.
sometimes we don't have it. But then the luxury about us is we make the variety in some way. We're always doing something different. Like it may be the same thing, but we're doing it somehow differently.
like what is he trying like what he's trying to say is that like we like are very like understanding of one another.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the most reason why we do work is because if we weren't, then we definitely wouldn't have lasted this long because we do have the same brain and like the same like mindset and the same like thinking process.
So we can see where
Yeah.
one another are
So
coming
like for saying like if he said like if he so random analogy, but it's a good analogy for this. Like so when we went to Cedar Point like 3 weeks ago, like almost a month ago maybe, and like how we did that, like we both like that outside seat, like if like for saying like on the gatekeeper or something like that, and so we would like always like take turns like on each ride.
Like she would ride on the outside of the roller coaster one ride, then I would
Yeah.
ride on the outside the next time, just flip it back and forth. So each
or just
person
like
gets a
we would
turn.
talk about like what rides we liked better. So like his favorite one's the Raptor, so I let him sit on the outside for that. But then my favorite like sitting like outside of the roller coaster is Gatekeeper, so I sat on the Gatekeeper.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's just fun.
Yeah, you're cute. All right, sorry, cheesiness. Sorry.
Or cringy.
All right, I got a con.
Pros? Oh,
We
damn.
both know
Okay.
each other's stories. Like we have told each other literally all of our stories, like from the day we were born that we can remember till today. Like we know every story that one of us is gonna come to each other with, and like
Sometimes we act like we don't like remember them.
well,
'Cause we also,
sometimes
like, sometimes we
I
really
really don't
don't,
remember
yeah.
the stories. So it's kind of like when I do remember the story, it's not really me telling it to her, but it's also me telling it to myself, which makes it a fun story time for me. But you know, like there's been a couple times where like I'll start saying a story and she'll be like, "Oh, I already heard this one."
He's like, well, I don't tell to myself again.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
No.
Yeah.
I think we look at everything as like a pro and con. We never, ever, ever get annoyed at each other.
Yeah.
So like there's like days like okay, since you guys are like our little like family over here. Like recently we've just been like bickering at each other, not so much like fighting, like we've had like a few fights here and there like the past like month or so. Like maybe like 2 like big ones, but for the like most part it's honestly just like bickering and stuff and just like stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And like we've just come to realize like
You were saying?
I hate you. Okay, so we've been bickering or whatever. It's mostly me. And we just realized that like we just never like it hasn't really happened recently just because we actually never see each other anymore, and that like you'll find out like later on in the video. But it hasn't really happened recently like with like the bickering. It's just because like we hung out every single day and we saw each other every day.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we just never
Nothing.
got annoyed at each other. So like we just never got our time apart because like I never like because I go to ECOT, so I don't even go to school for like social like stuff. I never like I mean I do like I go to church and stuff and I do Young Life. So like but I haven't really
Plug,
gone
plug,
Young yeah. So I haven't really gone to Young Life in a little bit. So I just always saw him, and so like we both like he got his time away from me, but I didn't get like my time away from him, if that makes any sense. And that's not bad either. We just didn't get our own
Free time.
yeah. Like I got my free time when it was scheduled on his work base.
Yeah.
So I just yeah, and we never really wanted to hang out with anyone else or like make plans just because it was easier for us.
Most people are kind of annoying. Like,
Yeah, we don't really like people. how we get through conflict. So basing off of that, how we get through conflict.
We just talk it out. Just talk it out. Like, we try to see from each
Yes,
each point of view. Like if I'm mad at her about something, she'll put her, like, she'll step into my shoes, see how it's like. Sometimes she literally steps into my shoes and they're kind of like flippers on her. They're pretty big on her.
I was doing that this morning. That's why I was saying that.
But, like, we'll just try and we'll be cooperative. Like, we'll both take both sides into account and just talk it out.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna, like, lie or anything like that because, like, I feel like a lot of, like, people on YouTube say, like, oh, we just talk it out and all this other stuff. And, like, you think about that and, like, it is hard. Like, relationships, they shouldn't be hard, but obviously, like, you're gonna fight, and that is hard at itself. But relationships really aren't hard if you're doing it with the right person. Yeah. And I was talking to someone about that tonight just because, like, if you were with the right person, then it really shouldn't be hard. The only reason why fighting is hard is because your relationship isn't hard. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, we love each other. Like, we are happy with each other. Like, so our relationship is a breeze. So when we fight, it's like the world is like crashing down because we just never fight. So it goes from like easy to like oof.
0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
Real fucking quick.
So like I think like we do talk it out, but just like more like detailed, I guess. Like there are times where like we are definitely like we are both stubborn. So, I'm more stubborn. That's what he was thinking.
Oh, excuse me. She is very, very stubborn. But yeah, we're both pretty stubborn.
So, there's definitely times where, like, he can't help me and I can't help him more so. And that's just more so just because we're both aggravated and we're both just, like, I wouldn't say we're both stubborn. I mean, like, we are. But with the right term I was looking for, we're very both closed-minded.
Yeah.
So it's hard to open up, like, ourselves, like, our ears to, like, other advice and actually, like, help one another.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like, that's just really hard, and sometimes it's harder than others.
Yeah. When we're both aggravated, we'll kind of, like, one of us will leave the room. It's a little bit of a mess sometimes. But
so
we get through it.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
So,
life's a roller coaster. You have your ups, you have your downs, and you have your steady moments.
So I'm not saying that, like, it's that easy, but we do talk it out. There's definitely times where, like, we just have to, like, release it, I guess. But usually at the end, like, when we have calmed down and stuff, I think our main thing that, like, usually ends fights, which I feel like no one really says, like, how they end it, is what we usually think about is that, like, we've spent the last 8 months together, so obviously there's something still worth fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
And, like,
we just don't want to give it up. We want to keep fighting.
And there's no point, like, in fighting if, like, we've, like, been together for the last 8 months, and unless it's, like, a serious topic, but it's usually not. It's usually just me being stubborn, or, like, him, like, not seeing where I'm coming from, or me not seeing where he's coming from. So it's not, like, usually anything bad, so usually stop.
Yeah.
For big fighting, I don't think we can really help you with that. I mean, we've had a few. If you guys want another video on that, because that's a whole other video. If you guys want a whole video on that, then we will.
Yeah, this one's getting kind of long.
What is it like living together? So, it is good. We both enjoy it. I think we don't take it for granted just because we are very lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And
sometimes it's really surreal. Like, it's like, whoa, I live with my significant other. Like, whoa. Yeah. Like, and we are both pretty young to be living together, but I mean, the way the situation worked out, it just kind of happened. It's not bad. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. I mean, there's definitely times where, like, I take it for granted. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, there's times where she's just like, go hang out with your friends. Or just, can you go to work now? Like, just leave for work. Or, like, can you just go do something? And, like, sometimes when that happens, I just want to be with her, so I don't really understand why, but then, like, we talk it out, and then sometimes I leave,
See, that
sometimes
just has to
I
do
don't.
with our bickering.
Yeah. It's great. To be honest, it's great.
I enjoy it.
Me too.
It's not like anything like bad really happens because of
Yeah.
it.
And like,
So that's going
I
on
think
to the
it's
next question.
good. Yeah, this goes on with the next question. Like, we do plan on getting married at some point. You know, sometimes I kind of see us as already married.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like people like always are like girl, like you're 16. But my thing is that like if you're in a relationship, no matter what age, like I know people that have gotten married from like their high school sweetheart and stuff like that. And my thing is I know what I'm doing. It's not like I'm engaged yet. Even it's not like we're married yet. Obviously, it's not like we're having kids anytime soon.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. Like.
But we do talk about it because
Yeah.
we've been together
Because
for almost 8
obviously,
months. So like
obviously, like the way I look at relationships is the fact like if you decide to be in a relationship, that is the moment that we decide to plan on getting married. Because obviously, who would want to get in a relationship and then like set themselves up for a breakup? Like that's just like
it would suck. Like she's the first serious relationship I've ever had. Like I have
Same,
had
yeah.
other like relationships, but I wouldn't really classify them as relationships just because they were so short or I didn't see the
Yeah.
person ever or I don't know. I wouldn't really classify them as relationships. So she's my first relationship. Like my other relationship only lasted like 3-4 months. That was my longest one. And then so yeah. I don't know.
you're my longest relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could just see myself getting married to her.
Yes.
How do we stay together even though we both have jobs?
So that has to go with what is it like living together? Because before it was very hard because we always saw each other and we didn't ever get our free time.
Mhm.
But now that we both have jobs,
We both kind of
rarely
get time away from each other,
Yeah.
and it's good to like breathe. Like when I go to my job, I go there and I don't think about anything but
Exactly.
my job.
So it's really
and
nice
I
just to have, like, focus
and
on
just
something
kind of clear
else.
my mind.
So like for me, like when I like just did school here and I never really left the house, I was getting like really like not like depressed, but I was just getting really upset and like it was just really hard for me because I never really got like time like to not think. Like I was always able to think, so that was just really hard for me.
And also with the job, you get that moolah. Sorry.
So now that we both have jobs, like it's definitely better for our relationship. We definitely like I mean not like I don't know. Like it hasn't really changed our relationship, but I feel like it's definitely more like healthy for me in a way, so it makes our relationship better because I'm not so like upset all the time. And now like he comes home to me like being happy and like happy to see him because now we really, really, really do take our time for granted because we realize that we are very like fortunate, we are very lucky and stuff like that. So now because I work mornings and he works nights because I do my schoolwork at night. So really like when he's off, like that's and like because I'm usually off when he's like when he does work.
Yeah, like
So-
usually she'll get off around like 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock or
And he
something.
goes to work into 5 or 6.
Yeah,
so,
so
like,
it's like sometimes we'll only have like an hour together, and
by the time
so
I get home from work, and by the time that he has to leave for work,
it's only
usually
like an
45
hour.
minutes.
Yeah, all right, yeah, true, 45
Like-
minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
But I mean that just makes it so that we realize how much we really
Yeah.
love each other even more.
Yeah.
Because
So
then
I
it's
mean-
like, oh, I want to see you for a long time, but I can't, and
Yeah.
then once
and
I
then
get
by the
home,
time
it's
we
like,
both,
hey.
yeah, but I'm saying by the like time like he gets home, like I'm exhausted from work and school.
Why did we start YouTube?
Well, I wanted to start a YouTube channel for a really long time because I started doing ECOT and I just always watched YouTubers and I love them and I think it's fun to edit and just, I don't know, just have like another family and stuff like that, and I think it's fun.
I think it's a good fan base. Like, I never really thought about doing YouTube videos like this. Like,
He always thought about doing vaping videos or like,
I mean, realistically, I wanted to use YouTube to support my music. Like, shoot music videos and then have a music video on YouTube and just have it spread through that. Hopefully it spreads like a wildfire because I have no videos up yet. But that's on me being a procrastinator.
So we were thinking about like obviously doing our own channels and then doing a vlogging channel. Obviously, we don't know yet. This is only our own channel.
We're just getting started is
Yeah.
pretty much what we're saying. She came up with it. Not me. Just take me out of the picture.
Yeah, screw you. But if you guys have any more questions that we didn't cover, then let us know. And
Like and subscribe,
yes,
definitely.
please.
Spread the word. Plug.
Yeah, Gabriel and Just Conti.
Yeah. Yeah. Catch you on the next video, guys.
Bye.
Peace.